Want to see a game made from scratch? Like from... Hello, world. How's it going? How was Monday? It's cold in the basement, so I wore clothes that a man that would cut wood with would cut wood would wear. Words. I don't know. Oh. All right. Let's do some Monday things. Enemy locomotion. That's what's going on today. Enemy movement. To the layman. You're not lame, but you are a layman. Did I ever end up pulling this in? Well, let's find out. All right, locomotion. I am probably going to do a little bit of Googling, do a little bit of AI questioning, and then implement locomotion. Snakehead mover. That's right, I did put in a pretty harebrained AI solution out of curiosity. So I might inspect that today. Yeah. Review this nonsense. Change joint castle, snake serpent. Okay, yeah, whoa. So I think the idea was the head of the snake leads the way, moves, and then if all the joints are connected correctly, it'll like slither towards the enemy. And I think I've been trying to think of an easy, I won't work on this today, but like an easy weapon for this enemy. And I think a lot of the enemies will have to make it all the way to the drone to damage them. Some of them will shoot, and those are gonna suck. Like, those will be hard. But if this thing got all the way to the drone and then like latched onto it and did damage slowly, it's pretty intense. I haven't thought about if it latched on, it disabled the drone until it was dead, so other drones would have to shoot it. And then the drone that's attached to, if it turned, it would like move. So I'd have to make sure that the drone being attacked, maybe it would be disabled, but maybe it would just not be able to target the enemy that's attached to it. I don't know. It's complicated. But I will figure it out. All right. So I'm going to step through this, understand what was written. This is all that was added. And then I'll attach it to the serpent enemy. And we'll see if it works. If it makes sense while I step through it. That way, whenever it breaks, I can debug and we can go from there. But I don't know. I don't think I have an intuitive sense of how to make movement. Maybe I can figure it out. But starting with AI, I think that makes a lot of sense in this case. It's kind of, if I don't know how to do something, I would Google. I have AI tell me what's going on. And then go from there sometimes. Where is the serpent? How do enemies work? There we go. Boom. So this is the guy. Look at that guy. So yeah, I'm thinking he gets up close and then just like latches on to the drone. That would be fun and pretty simple. And then I think a few enemies would have that sort of attack where they like latch on. Oh, I don't know how hard this would be as like a final attack. Not right now. This is still prototype mode, so I'm trying to be quick. The idea of this enemy latching on like with its head and then the tail wrapping around the drone to kind of like block it would look kind of creepy, horrible, and be fun. All right. Locomotion. Head RB. What? Head rigid body? I don't like shortening of. I prefer to be explicit. What happens now? It's a little longer in some spaces. I don't think that's bad. Transform target. Target tag turret. Okay, so that's what target it would have. Cool. This is replacing, theoretically, target approacher, which was my very naive way of implementing like orbiting mechanics. Royalty-free space music. Maybe sci-fi is what I want. All right, so approach force, fine, max speed, stop distance. I wonder how it's doing this because I had this working a different way, or a way I didn't like. Twice. Okay, I do want most of the time this to be all force driven, so that it can be. It'll look natural as you're like shooting them. I want the bullets to push them back. And something else I'll do today is once locomotion looks decent, not perfect, but just to where it affects gameplay, then I would need to balance enemy weight and bullet weight. So I wonder, I've never really done that much. I wonder if I should try to make it actually realistic somehow. Like make the bullets the actual weight they would be in real life. Like, does that benefit me at all? I don't know. Light breaking force, cool. Ignore targets farther than this, avoid runaway searching. That tells me it doesn't know what it's talking about because it needs to have a target, like, as it approaches. So this would mean that somehow if you push the enemy too far back, it would just be like, no. Okay, well, that's good to know. Undulation, amplitude, frequency, lock rotation, rotation slurp. Is this the thing that keeps it from freaking out? Yeah. Because the inspector checkboxes for the physics object don't actually work. Which is great. Clear the vector. 4 is cool. Seems legit. It'll totally break. Snakehead mover. Alright, head, rigid body. Targets, empty, turret. And that's kind of it. Now I need to go to testing deck. No, I already did that. Alright, so it should be ready. I'm pretty happy with how quick the workflow is for adding enemies. I thought it would be worse. And I can still clean it up some. But it feels pretty good. Alright, undulate. Do it. What? Like, it's doing something. There's obviously some collision or colliders that are being wacky. Or it seems like it. Ugh. I don't understand why it's so bouncy. Oh, the reason it's bouncy is I didn't remove the other approach. So, or at least that contributes. Alright, let's try this. Alright, do it. Undulate. Interesting. Why are they bouncing like that? Uh-oh. Ugh. Oh my god. I get in here and I yawn like crazy every time. I'm not breathing. That's good. Alright. Well, first thing, the lock rotation is off, and I want that to be on. It keeps the enemy flat on the plane, or supposed to. It did before I started testing this guy. Why am I selecting them? I think they'll still be pretty jacked up. Oh no. Look at them. They're all flat now. Well, I fixed it perfect. That's great. They're really gross looking. Like, I think I just made a reproduction simulator. Well, they work. I need to keep it from spinning. The rigid body's in the right spot. I'm gonna look at this. Let's see. Oop. Oh. This music's appropriate. How do I do that? Wait, which one's the real one? Is that the projection? I don't remember. That's the real one. That's the projection. Ah. Oh, these little gross dudes. Being all gross. Did the... Oh, I don't have one on a tail? Wait, he does. Where'd your tail collider guy go, guy? It looks good. And they're super cheap. And that was really easy to make. Why is that one's tail gone? How did your collider fall off? Oh, I shouldn't have it selected. Okay, good. Cool. Well, it looks pretty good, but now I want... Now I want the face to stay facing it, right? So if it's looking at it, if it like always pointed at it. Except it wouldn't. It would like rotate. I mean, I'm writing this and I know how it's gonna do it. You take this guy and then fixed update. You would just, yeah, alert the rotation of it there. I'd have to figure out how. What the hell did it do? Yeah, let's get out of here. What did that say? Okay. Whatever. Okay, get out of here. I'm trying to do extra stuff. So what I want is that. That looks good. Did it get pulled out of my project? What? Okay. Weird. All right. So, what I want to do... Lock rotation. Default to true. Oops. Actually, this is one of those. It's in here. But it's also in target approacher. Handle rotation. I think I'll want to orient towards velocity for natural look. What? Why is that in handle rotation? Hey, nice job. What's up, Connexus? Welcome in. Nice job getting first. What's up, Rudy? How you doing, man? Yeah, you missed the opening. It wasn't too exciting. Connexus got you. Yeah, welcome in, dudes. Working on... What's it called? I had a fancy word for it. Oh, locomotion. Working on locomotion for my serpent enemy. So still in this like prototype mindset, testing out workflows, seeing how hard this is. Don't need to make it look perfect, but I want to like see, yeah, what the different like steps in my workflow will be. Yeah, dude. If you don't hear a train, I am on a freak out. That was a good time. That was a weird time. That was a weird night. All right, what am I doing? I want to keep this thing, so I don't know what this thing's deal is. Let's see what happens when I take this off. I feel like that's trying to solve what I'm trying to solve and not solving it. So let's kill it, see what it looks like after, then iterate on it. What that song was trying to do. Hey, first bits. Okay, I don't understand what it changed. They seem like they moved about the same. Thanks for that, Connexus. Thanks for the cheer. Hell yeah. Appreciate it, man. I didn't know what was going on. I hadn't seen those. They just spin a lot. So I'm gonna try. Also, this music's driving me a little bonkers. I'm gonna make a choice. There we go. Play something I'm familiar with. Yeah, 12-hour weekend stream. I'm excited to do that. I think that will be fun. Alright, so what I'm going to do is go in here and actually change the weight of this serpent, because it being even, I think, is throwing it off a bit. I don't think I have. Oh, nice. You're here lurking. Last stream, Connexus. Cool, cool. Well, thanks for coming here and shooting a lot of different stuff. Hey, you get 350 for the streak. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I realized that. I'm still not familiar with streaks, which is not a good sign. I need to go get some streaks on some of my favorite streamers. Alright, so mass 1. All 1. Let's just call that 4. Let's see how much that changes it, because it's like, whenever this guy starts going, he's just like spinning. And I think it's because he's a little too evenly weighted. Or that is contributing. I won't fix it. See? Way less spinning, and his center of mass is up front. Which is great. Still don't want it to rotate like it does. But I think I get the impression that it is trying to spin. I don't want it to spin. You have a 17-day streak? That's awesome. Wait, so how does the award work? Like, do you have to, like... Oh, I guess you can share if you got it, and that's how it works, right? That's crazy, Rudy. Now Connexus is the bit leader. You need to give a few days to get some money. Okay, so somewhere in this one, I was actually spinning it, right? Spin. Is spinner, spin force. Wow, I can't. I didn't. Okay, it doesn't have that. Sure seems like it's trying to spin still. I know I took out the other one. Auto targeter, snakehead, approach force. What happens if I take off world space undulation? Yeah. "12 hours of game development straight is what I need." I say that, I'll probably end up, if I do that stream, I'll probably end up playing a game at some point just to break it up. They all spin or counterclockwise. I don't remember. Apply spin force. Okay, yeah. Pork, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so it's not. So it's just coincidental, I guess. Yeah, I do for sanity. I'll break it up in the middle of the day with something. I won't play a scary game like I did last week, but... Last week? I don't know. Been going through slots and daggers. Oh, I've also been playing New Vegas in preparation for the new season of Fallout, so I could do that. I've never played unarmed in Fallout in any of them, not really. So I started doing that on my Steam Deck, and it's kind of fun. I didn't realize how good it was. Like, I got boxing gloves at the beginning, and you knock everybody out in like 2 seconds. It's really fun. Like, I really like it. I'm looking forward to getting like power fists and stuff, which like I've used, but I've never focused on it. So yeah, just being like a tanky dude that runs in and starts punching everybody, it's actually really fun. And you knock them out first. So like, say there's 5 dudes, you just go around, knock them all out, and then you finish the job. It's really silly. Yeah, I like it. I feel like I've played most other ways, so it's cool to do something different. I do just love a good sniper build though, just simple. I'm not using that. Am I? Draw undulation preview. I didn't see anything. I didn't see undulations. Oh wait, I didn't have this open though, did I? Let's watch it. Let's see some undulation. Guess which one's is it the small one real? Yeah, the small one's real. I think it's a liar. What's that called? Snakehead. Snakehead mover. Make it orange. What? Okay. I still don't understand why sometimes they can flip. I have everything on there to keep it from flipping, and it still flips. By the way, I made a lot of progress on the skull I showed you. Then I lost it, and now I recreate it. You lost it? Ugh. How much time did you lose? Like, well, I need... Enemy movement might end up being a bunch of components. Did the rider just crash? No. Whatever. Because I'm gonna have some enemies that I want to like face the drones at all times, but their like movement could be different. And then this snake head mover thing could just be the movement and not how the head acts. Maybe. 3 hours? Well, sorry that happened. How long did it take you to redo the work? Was it 3 hours? Or was it faster the second time? Oh, you're still redoing it? It's faster. That's good. Awesome. Doing that with code is always weird. I know that's not what you did, but when I've lost code, just a second. Sorry about that. People bumping into my curtains that hide me from the rest of the world. Well, I'm glad it's a lot faster. I think that means you learned something, right? Alright, so yeah, I want handle rotation. What is even this doing? What is even this doing? Average by linear velocity. Orient toward velocity. If magnitude is greater than minute velocity per rotation. Decide when to orient to velocity. That seems like it's doing what I'm wanting, but it's headed in the wrong direction. So then it just loops. I'm gonna toggle this on and off so I can like watch it live and see what it does. Like turn it off for some of the enemies, some of the other, and not for the others to get a side by side. Let's see, rotation keeps. I hate that it does that. Stop it. Keeps the from rotating. Ooh. From not being flat if on. True. Good enough for me. Should do something. What do I call it? Should rotate towards velocity. Okay, so now run it. We'll see what they look like side by side. How's everybody's weekend? Take it easy. Do anything special. Accidentally delete a lot of work on a 3D model you've been working on. Yeah, that's honest. It's pretty close. So what I'm gonna do is grab those guys. Whoa. I'm gonna do that. I'm still lying. Okay, so now undulating world space. Don't rotate towards your face. Why spin so much? In 3 days, I worked on this skull for 16 hours. Woof. So that was your weekend. At least a lot of it. I think it's the right thing. I think it's in the wrong spot. And I don't think it works at all. So I want this to be... Changes the direction that the enemy head will face. That's essentially what it's doing. Then I don't think this is working how I want it to. Right. Pixel Tanuki was doing a stream about Game Jam she hosted. It was weird to watch her after so long. Pixel Tanuki was doing a stream about Game Jam she hosted. Weird to watch her after so long. Is that someone you like watched a long time ago? Actually, don't know if I know this person. I probably don't know her. Interesting. That's cool. What kind of games do they work on? Pixel art games. Cool. Might have to check them out. Throw them on the list. Looking it up now. Cool. Well, I'm gonna follow them. Very cool. Bet that's a lot of fun. Having someone around to work on a project with you is a big deal. That's why I'm here with all you guys, because working alone is fine and very alone. Handle rotations. I don't need that anymore. Then, oops. Go to handle hit rotation. All right. Return direction. Too cool. That's too cool. All right, let's see what that looks like. That should be better. You know what? I just realized my lights look a little funny. I'm orange today. Or I have a tan. Why do they immediately pop when they appears? If no target, return. See if that pops in the other direction. Theoretically, should. Okay. All right. Let's go. Something else is going on if not. Whoa. How does that do that? Why would that happen? What? Okay. Why won't it play? Please play. There we go. Okay, so they'll just flop around. Alright, it's just not working how I expected to. Slurp a little bit faster then. Strange. I'm going to try disabling the approaching and just see if I can get rotation working. I don't understand why it's popping in like that. Direction headed target. It just spins. whenever it first appears, it like pops in too. Which I don't understand. But ugh. If I get rid of that, it won't pop in. You know, popping weird stuff that time. I think it still spins, which is awesome. Ugh. Okay. Oh, we don't lerp and see what it's even trying to do. No popping. Oh. How did I do that? That's cool. Wasn't cool. It was in fact not cool. Wow, why does it do that? Wait, where's it lerping? I think I actually want to do that. But I'm gonna try. Alright, this will just hold what it's trying to do, and we'll see what that actually is. See if the spinning was messing it up. Alright, Rudy. Thanks for coming in, man. Sorry your skull got set back a little bit of time, but glad it seems like it's coming together quickly. And I'll see you later. See you on Wednesday. Also, you beat me to it, because I feel like I need to sleep right now. Probably grab some tea in like 30 minutes. That didn't work. We're all facing literally up. Or down. Whoa, weird. Down. What is that thing? Is that a gizmo? Oh, it is. Alright, so they're all looking down like a bunch of weirdos. I don't understand how that's what's going on. Based on that view. What? Whoa. Alright. Right now I'm contemplating if this being in 3D is having any merits now. I mean, there are merits, but dealing with this, basically doing it in 3D and constraining so much of it to 2D is fine. No, I like a lot of stuff I get from this, but it would be, if I did it in 2D, it's not like I can't do 3D stuff in that 2D space. Like going the other direction, I think may be easier, but there are other reasons why I want to leave it like this, so I need to deal with it. So I'm gonna go back in here. Just set her rotation. Slurp. So it's not even heading the way I would want it to. Actually, maybe I do want to do this. Forward? Maybe? Oh, I should have this be a toggle so that I can test these. Forward, upwards. The vector that defines which direction up is in the world coordinates. They were looking up. So I think forward is going to work, but I don't know. Looking direction. No, I want this to be... I won't let autofill this. This would be the best thing to autofill. Or autocomplete, whatever. Do it. Direction up. Forward, back, up, down. That's it for now. And we'll see what happens. Why not? Oh, whoops. Whoops. There we go. He'll look in direction. Okay, so they are looking up right now. Oh, why is that so broken? What? Alright, all the enemies are selected. We are now going to go down. Forward. Forward seems right. Try that out. Oh my god. What? Quaternia. Oh my. Whoa. mostly solved it for me. Alright, I need to figure out which way is forward for these guys. The negative z-axis. What is... Should he be flipped around? That didn't seem to work. Oh yeah, they're trying to go backwards. So really what I want to do is rotate everything. Just rotate the whole thing. Oh. See how that looks. All right. It's not perfect. They're still over spinning, but oh, that was awful. Oh, because they're just starting wrong and then going backwards. Sort of. Let's make this. Why are they spinning? Stop spinning. Hey, Leposian. Long time no see. I did hop in your stream and look a little bit earlier, so I saw you. I'm good, man. Progress is good. I'm working on enemy locomotion. Still nailing down this like vertical slice for a prototype. And yeah, locomotion, I'm kind of like testing out workflows. So I could do some, I mean, I had easy locomotion working already, but I want something a little fancy just so I can see how much work it's going to kind of be as I iterate. Checking the validity of development speed. Yeah, progress is good, and this stuff's fun to work on too. Even though it's super janky right now, and I'm not certain how to fix it, and I'm very tired, so that makes it hard to fix sometimes. How are you? How goes progress with your project? Build rotation towards target. It's working, but it's not going fast enough. I'm gonna make this an absurd number and see if it's even doing at all what I want. There we go. Totally feeling me. Yep, super tired. Making the progress, but kind of stopped. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're getting some progress. Yeah, some days I do this stream at the end of my day, and some days I come in, I'm just a little sleepy. I'm gonna grab some tea here in a bit. Hopefully that'll help me out a bit. I don't understand why they all spin still. Why do they keep spinning? Stop spinning. Like the location, like it's taking an S-curve like it's supposed to. What if I just super put the weight on the head? Made the head the thing. Like, is it getting too much momentum from the tail swing? So when you plan to release next month? I wish. Let's see, when are we? Ambitiously, I want a decent vertical slice by the end of December. So that's like a prototype, and I will put that in the hands of people and get them playing it. And then I'm hoping by February to have like a demo. So I get the vertical slice and then make sure I like it and then just polish. So yeah, a couple months of hyper polish so that then I have something that you look at and it's like, that looks like it's done. And there's just like nothing around it. So we'll see. It's pretty ambitious, but I think it's good. I've been streaming just over like a month and a half and the progress has been really good on it. So that's why I left my computer. All right. You're more joking, like, oh yeah, in a week. Yeah, totally. No, I feel the joke, but yeah, I do feel pretty good about a vertical slice next month. Yeah, I mean, it'll be a very, very vertical slice, very narrow, but we're getting there. Proving out the workflow for adding enemies is really important, and once that's done... Okay, why do they end up spinning? They all start with one little rotation, and then they're like, nope. I don't understand. It's so weird. Getting this done is huge. mainly because most of the variety of my game comes from drones, which I've proven out are not ready to go, and then enemies. After that, there's stuff I add to the store, and most of that is stuff that I like don't, it just affects the like gameplay, like global variables. So yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, next week, I'll be done next week. Short answer. How about you? Are you done tomorrow? What are they doing? Why are they? I mean, their faces are all touching, which is a good sign. But they're not like, why are they spinning? It doesn't make any sense. Oh. I set this default in there, but is it just setting it to 5? Let's try that. Maybe it's not enough to resist the force. Maybe it's getting a rotation from the undulation. Maybe that tail's spinning and then it's just getting caught in it. So maybe this will resolve it. I think it's a reasonable theory. Never-ending journey. I hear you. Whoa, why did they do that? Still spinning. I don't understand. I don't know. I kind of can move on with progress, but still not moving anywhere. Yeah. It's all small bids, right? And then it just builds up. Yeah, so it is, it's like a full, like, skeleton. It has different segments that are rigid bodies. And they're attached with joints. See, it's a good point. That is something I am like trying to do, but I'll show you something really dumb. I experienced this early on making the like engine, or I don't know, engine, but making the basic gameplay. Where is it? If you go in and just lock Z and Y, it just doesn't work. And then I did a little Googling and other people have that problem and they're not sure why sometimes it doesn't work. I'm sure it's something weird I'm doing. So I actually have a method in here that's overriding and locking the rotation itself. So where are we? Yeah, right here. So this handle rotation takes its like original X and original Z and locks them so that it doesn't rotate on those. So it can still spin like it is, if that makes sense. But right now I'm trying to figure out like why is it spinning, because I'm trying to get it to like point and like lerp its like head to its target, and it just like isn't. It keeps spinning, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, so if I take handle rotation off, which I actually have behind a bool. Why is my editor not opening there? So now I won't lock rotation. And then take all these guys and freezing the Y position, that does work. If I freeze, see, I want to freeze Z rotation and X so that it stays flat on the screen. I guess if the rigid body physics is handling it, might be why. That's true. Maybe that's all it is, yeah. But yeah, if you use the checkbox, it's like it just did, it just freaks out. I think they usually vibrate into the abyss, but it's been a while since I tested it. Something kind of weird. I don't know why they went sideways. But yeah, they become all gross. Oh my god. Why am I like this? Get me out of there. There we go. Yeah, I don't understand why it does that. It's actually less weird than it once was. Before, whenever I tried to lock it on those 2 rotations, it freaked out. So let's get one of them, one piece. What? Why is it? Well, either way, whatever. So the head. That's supposed to lock the rotation, right? You can watch the rotation numbers, like, move around. I guess they're staying pretty tight. But why did it jump to -13 when it was locked and it was started at 0? Yeah, I don't know. Could it be when they spawn the hit, the portal, and bust there? Yeah, I wonder, maybe they're getting jacked up whenever they appear. What I don't understand, you can tell, why aren't they rotating on the Y anymore? I don't know. It's wacky. Yeah, I'll do right when they spawn and see what they look like. See, they should appear here. So the moment I see them appear, they're all just pause, so they don't go anywhere. Oh, that's right. They actually are there ahead of time. So there we go. So here's an enemy. Hasn't appeared yet. Rotation's at 90, which is just to actually make it flat. That's fine. And then Y is 180. Z 0. This is what he looks like. Freeze rotation on all the rigid bodies. Is that correct? Yep. The portals are rotated, and you are spawning as children at their positions. The portal is a separate object from the enemy. So they appear next to each other, but the portal's just this separate thing. Portals are rotated, and are you spawning? Yeah. So then I need to get a reference where this guy's actually looking. So he's looking up. Wait, is that true? I'm gonna unpause and we'll just watch the guy. Oops. No. Don't take me out of scene view. He's already like freaking out, even though his Y rotation is just like going nuts. I don't understand. Well, anywho, the solution to every frame freeze, it's like starting rotation seems to work pretty smoothly. The issue I have right now is why he's rotating on the Y at all when I'm trying to actively point his head at the target. And it's gonna be something silly. It's always something silly though, right? There's never like a big profound hard thing. It's like I don't know how to do this. It's like I know how to do it and I'm messing up 1% of it. So yeah, these guys come in. Why did he do that? Oh, because I I left these all locked. I was like, why did he spin and then go? Alright. Is that fixed now? Yeah. I'm at it. So he is 90, 180. I'm gonna put it back this way because that's how it was working. Yeah, what makes it spaz? It might be that before it moves. No, the snakehead movers when it appears. I don't know. I think this handle head rotation is jacked up. Let's see what this looks like. This should all be pretty smooth. I bet nothing spins and freaks out when I take that out. Because I didn't have that problem before. I guess I don't want to be. I'm gonna pull it up in the scene editor when they spawn and watch it closely, but I think the way this is set up, they come in nice and smooth. Ah. Alright, so we got this one. Boom. He is facing the correct way. So the portal just like appears in front of him. Portal doesn't have any colliders or anything, by the way. This is just a shader texture. See, that was real smooth. Totally cool, totally fine. But he's gonna do weird spinning stuff, which is great. So he's taking an S curve. He takes that turn. This looks nice. But then I think what's happening is the weight of his tail takes over. He's still trying to turn. And then he spins. Which I guess what I need to do is maybe apply a lot of... I need to point the head the direction that he's going. I'm really pleased with how, like, I don't know. They look good. Like, I'm pretty happy with how they're working mostly. Yeah, each piece has a rigid body. And the tail portions aren't, I'm not applying force to them. They're just like along for the ride, and that's probably, I don't know how snakes work, but I wonder if I applied like a minimal version of the same force to all of them to kind of make it work in unison, if maybe that would do something. I don't know. Yeah, I've never done it. Back when I made turret tilt forever ago, I wanted to do that, and I just like faked it in some weird way, and it didn't look that good even. But I want to make this look good, and I think it could look good. Their mass should be 0. That's a good point. I don't know if you heard earlier, I lowered their mass really low, but I didn't try 0. I like that idea to see like what happens, because it seems like, yeah, once his tail gets off out of whack, he like can't drive anymore. Where the hell is it? Let's try that. I think that's a good idea. It'll at least give me like insight into if the tail swinging theory is right. It might just be that I need to control the head rotation more aggressively too. Yeah, it's pretty, it literally like gets ahead of him and then he can't like turn. I bet it's a little bit of both. Yeah, way less of a rotating problem now. I mean, none. There's no rotating problem. So it was the tail. And now he's taking the perfect path. So now I just need to face it. Oh god, that guy's tail. What's happening? That's something I need to figure out. Like, why are they rotating? I'm actively updating to keep them from rotating like that. Strange. scroll down when you've zoomed in like that? Weird. Alright. Well, good idea. So that totally proved that they were spinning because of the tail. So I'm going to leave it at 0 for now until I get the head doing what I want. And then I'll add mass because I don't want the tail to get hit with a bullet. Oh, that's why the tail is flying like crazy. The mass is low. And I bet somehow that affects like the joints and how they stay connected. Maybe. I could put spring joints in. Make them really tight, but that actually would probably prevent all that explosive stuff. Okay. Head rotation. So this will now show me exactly where it's trying to point. Am I lerping or is it being stupid? Right, okay. And then rotation speed. It's 1,000 there. It was 5. We're gonna try 5. Yeah, 5 block rotation. Blah 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 blah. Cool. Okay, so I think I might have just the direction it's pointing wrong. Because of reasons. Yeah, he's the side of his head's pointing. The side of his head. That's weird. Forward. It originally suggested up. I will try that again. That won't work though. It shouldn't work. Why would it point away like that? Okay. So theoretically down should point the right way. Also, it's not lerping. It immediately appears and flipped around. Unless lerp speed and it weighs too little, it doesn't matter. Let's just try it. Well, I'll leave it there, make sure the direction's right, and then up it. I have my doubts about this, even though... Whoa. What? It changed the direction that I wanted his head to face from up, which sent him backwards at it to down, and now they split in half and phase into the abyss. The hell does that mean? They're in two places at once? Sort of. It looks like it hurts. What are those lines? My gizmo is magenta. What? What are those? Whatever. That would be cool. I actually... Yeah, if this does well, that would be a lot of fun. I do not dislike that idea. That would be cool to learn how to make one and then throw this in a machine. This would play pretty well on an arcade machine. Like the whole premise works well. I mean, it's the whole idea is that it's like on a CRT. Interesting. I think this is just the drone targeting and it doesn't know which one to look at. But things are getting weird. Why is down break it like that? That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so up. But I'm going to flip it around. The actual enemy. So if we do -90, theoretically, that's it. What is that? Wait. What is this? What is this ball? Just the center. Oh, that's right. I was like, why is it over there? I forget that the sprite for the head is actually long. It goes back here. And that's part of the reason the center mass is broken. Oh my god, I'm dumb. They're not dumb. That's great, I figured it out. Does it not show me where this tensor? Can I see center of mass? I mean, the sphere collide. Oh, it should just be the same as that. All right, the head center mass is up there. Segments, it's probably putting it here. And it shouldn't be. That's messing a lot of stuff up. Thanks, Brandon. I think the train of thought of setting it to 0 and figuring out I was doing weird stuff also made me realize their center of mass was set to automatic. And the sprite is actually much bigger than what's shown on the screen for other reasons. So that was making it where everything was like in the wrong spot. Yeah, so that totally made it way worse. Like whenever it swung around like that, it's because all of its weight was at the back. Now if I do this, it should help a lot. It's still gonna do the weird stuff it was doing. But it should be a lot better. I negative that one. Yeah, it does make sense. Alright, so that is one downside of making the longer sprites like I had decided, but I still like the convenience of not having to place them perfectly once in the editor. Everything lines up perfect when I drop it in. But I have to put all the mass and stuff in the right spots. I think that's good. Okay, those were set to 0 before anyways, so won't matter much, but now the head's center of mass is correct. So I flipped it. It should face the right way. And we're going to lerp it to face up. That should work. Okay, so test this. It should look the right way. If it doesn't, I don't know. If it does it too fast, which I'm okay with, then I need to do some other things. Okay, so they're spawning the wrong. Whoa, that actually looks pretty good. They're very static, and then I don't know why they get there and roll around like weirdos. They're not supposed to roll at all. Christ. They're spawning in backwards, though. That's weird. All right, let's make the segments light. Wait, what? Like, just the most light. Maybe not the most light, very light. And then I also want to... How do I want this? Amplitude. Alright, let's see how that looks. Yeah, that turned out a lot better. Like, even if the head was pretty static, it looked good. After I get all this done, I'll shoot at it and see how it responds being shot. I'll mess with that for a bit. Sweet. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Why did they get there and be weird? Like, guys, relax. They're actually not even supposed to get that close. There's code in there to stop them, theoretically, but whatever. Alright, so amplitude. I feel like we could go up a lot. Let's see. I want it to, like, be a little obnoxious. Frequency's too high. I don't really like have a good sense of what they are. I have to kind of mess with it. So maybe just go back to the same. Oh yeah, that's creepy. It's maybe a little too wide, but definitely like looks fun. Tails are a little floppy. And they're still just super creepy when they get up close. All right, amplitude. It was it half? I think this is gonna look pretty good, and I'll probably leave it. Cool. All right, so right now they are facing the target. Don't remember what that is set to. 5. It seems weird they're kind of facing just forward, though. It doesn't actually feel like they're facing the target so much. Try out the previous method where it was moving based off of the velocity of the rigid body. So it's supposed to face whichever way it's going. I'll see what that looks like. That might be kind of cool. Now that the movement's actually looking okay. Alright, I'm gonna step away for a bit. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Step away for a bit. Saying goodbye to some people that were at my house. Visiting. All right. Locomotion. Where are we at? What's up, human? Welcome. You came in while I was hiding. Let's see, there we go. Whoa, why are they doing that? What? What is going on? What did I change right before I left? Yeah, I had an impromptu pause. I forgot that I needed to say bye to somebody. What's up, human? How's it going? It looks like it. I don't remember what I changed before I left, but it broke it. Oh. I put in code so that it would rotate the head towards its velocity. And it doesn't look very good, so I am about to abandon it. Because I need to move on to other stuff. So, let's leave this like this. It should be facing the drone. I don't know why it's like staring just down or up. It should be up towards that, whatever. Dang is right. How are you doing? How goes your game? I'm trying to think if I lurked on you the other day or not. I had a little mini vacation, was lurking on people. A little tired? Me too. I'm kind of suffering today. I had a little mini vacation this weekend, and I have not acclimatized to reality yet. It's true. Made a lot of UI stuff. Nice. Feels good whenever you can like knock some stuff out. That's cool. What's your method of chilling? Are you playing any games these days? Oh yeah, the tea is gonna help. Alright. Okay, so I think this looks fine. I need to not get too far into the weeds. Also, any effort I put into fixing locomotion later will apply to all the other enemies, so I'm like not as worried about it needing to be a thing. Ooh, RE3. Nice. That's fun. Wait a second, what is going on? Are they actually rotating? Why is it just face one way? A little weird. I'm gonna test that again. I want to see something. Oh, you got in the Humble Bundle? Heck yeah. Is this true? I've never played Resident Evil. None of them. Oh, no, it's not true. I briefly played the Biohazard one. Like, that was on PlayStation VR. I played like a little bit of that one, but it was too scary and I quit playing it. But I've heard good things about RE3. I know the legends of its immaculateness. Yeah, RE7 sounds right. The one where you like start in the house and like it's very much like a jump scare or horror. At least the opening portion I did. It was fun. And just it's too scary for me to like complete it. Oh, that's weird how they like pulsed out of there. See, look at that. What's this guy's problem? All right, so rotating is not figured out. That wouldn't be too bad of a game to stream. I feel like I could be less scared with people talking to me during that one. Oh, yeah, and that one I think I just said this, but it was on PlayStation VR. I remember really wanting to play that in VR. Well, cool. I'm assuming you, a regular human that you've played through RE3, based on you saying you're thinking of booting it up. Oh, that's lame. Fading out to black between cutscenes. I can see that being kind of weird. I played a little bit of The Forest in VR, and that freaked me out pretty good. I don't know if the sequel got VR, but it'd be fun to play a proper horror game in VR. Oh, that's awesome. First playthrough. That's really fun. The Forest is... I love The Forest. Yeah, dude, go for it. Thanks for the alert. Thanks for saying hi, and sorry I had ran away. GF is demanding. Guardian Force? Let's see if anybody gets that joke. Your GFs are demanding? Your Guardian Forces are demanding? It's not a good joke. It's a bad joke. Yeah! I was gonna say, I think you've said that you played some of those sort of games, so good. That's one I want to go back and play. I only played it as like a kid, and I feel like that game is probably even better than I remember now. The like junction system, whatever the system was for like pulling skills at enemies was so cool. I bet they have that. Wait, do I have that on Steam? They have a remaster of that, right? Alright, what am I doing? Okay, so enemies look pretty good. Their tails are a little wobblier than I like. Let's bump the tail weight up now that the center of mass is good. And see if it looks better. I think that fixed a lot more of my problems than I realized. Alright, let's go. Show me... What's happening? Oh, nope. Super broken. Wow, really? I'm confused. Wait, just changing that broke it? Alright, Final Fantasy VIII. I've never played Final Fantasy VII. Wait, that's Final Fantasy 13. How do Roman numerals work? There it is. I don't own it. Lame. What a game. What a weird game. Okay, so making them all weigh that much seemed to totally jack it up. Also, it like crumpled. They gotta have some weight. Why is he spinning? like the other way. Why is it spinning like that? What's going on? All right, let's see if this is much better. It's so different. I feel like maybe I changed something I didn't realize. Yeah, they're still totally like tilting. Why? I don't want it to tilt. I want it to rotate on that axis at all. Something's afoot. Welcome back, Human. I'm content for now with how that looked. So now I need to not have them spawn in the wrong direction. So yeah, they spawn in facing up. Immediately flip around. But then they like go the correct direction. Oh. Okay. I guess my goal is that Z plus is forward, since that's how Unity treats it. So even though there's some weird flipping nonsense going on, this is correct. So then when they spawn in, they are spawning in facing the wrong way. Yes. That's dumb. Why does that happen? Spawnable? I know you exist. And oh. Wait, do enemies handle that now? Did I get rid of spawnable as a thing? Did. Instantiate. It's not here. Is it? I know it's it's somewhere inside encounter eventually. I just don't remember. Encounter contains. Yeah, it has enemy prefab, so then it makes enemies. Okay. So, put enemies in spawn area. Genius. Instantiate the guy, does the things, does some stuff, does the junk. So this is where I need to rotate him on the y-axis 90 degrees. Spawn event. Set up rift, which is where it points it. Why is it flipped like that? I don't feel like that makes sense. Sorry, I'm over here screwing around. What am I doing? Something. Doing something. Really, really on my stream game today. Ugh. Alright, I'm flipping this thing 90 degrees on the y-axis. Is that how I want to do it? A little bit. Does that make sense? I think it does. Is there a reason not to do this? Is there a reason to do it here? Yeah, because they're like facing forward, but their spine pointing up. Does that make sense? So, are the drones being flipped? Question mark. No, it's working right. He's facing Z+, so. Okay. Yeah, just need to flip them and flipping them there. Oh, if I want to be cooler about it, I should face it. Yeah. Face the spawnable game object. That's a weird, no, it's a new enemy. Why would I call it that? Face the new towards drones area. Hey, thanks for the follow, Nitritic. Welcome to the stream. It's a lovely stream where I play very copyrighted music while I work on my little space game. I've been listening to this, speaking of music, I've been listening to this score more recently at Starfield. And I haven't played Starfield since it came out, but I kind of want to go play it again. Did not like it when it came out. Well, that's not true. I liked it, but it didn't hold me. Yeah, welcome to Nitritic. It does sound perfect. I'm looking for like music inspiration for my game. That's why I'm listening to this stuff. It's for work, as they say. Whoa. All right, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna make it face the new. Yeah, that way they don't like clip and act weird. Someone follow me down. It says unknown user. Was this account banned? Hello, someone who followed me today is now listed as unknown user. Oh, I read that weird in my head. Was this account banned? Yes, totally. Yep, I've had a few of those like graphics design spammers come in and have like talked to me like a decent amount, like relatively engaged, just like whatever, and then get banned. I think they're still on, some of them are still on Discord. Yeah, that's probably what that is. It is strange. What brings you here, Nitritic? Are you do you watch game dev streams pretty often? All right, so I'm gonna flip this. Promise myself. Set up rift effect. Point portal at target. So this is, I need to reuse this. It's the target's position minus your position. Rotation, look at it. Rift effect, transform rotation. and flip it 90? Oh, because the rift effect's probably not laid out well. Or laid out well, it's not pointing at the Z plus. Point at the Z plus. Alright, I'm gonna look at that real quick to verify my suspicion, and then I'll do other stuff. Rift portal event? Oh, it's because it's flat. Sweet. There are so many artist scammers. It's very interesting. All the ones I've talked to are super nice, and I'm just like, hey, that's cool. I was like, I'm not really interested, and they're like, okay, and then they don't bother me anymore. It's like, I'll take it, honestly. Oh, my headphone died. Never watched a game stream, but I code in Unity and thought, why not watch them? Plus, I need to learn how people actually code instead of my messy code. That's a good, I think that's a good idea. Well, cool, that's awesome. Well, welcome to the stream. I don't know if I'm the best person to take advice from, but I have done it for a while, so something's working. All right, see if I can fix my headphone situation. Oh yeah. Well, that's way too loud, actually. Why is that so loud? Why are these so loud? Well, cool. I actually, once upon a time, had that same thought and was in that same position. Was like, I should watch some streams, and I really like it. It's what got me into the idea, which I don't know, maybe that's obvious, but I work from home and I'm a solo engineer and just got tired of doing stuff on my own and want to share my stuff and want people to see the stuff I'm working on, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's really fun to sit down and watch another engineer work and like pick up on what you want. It already looks 10 times more organized. Well, thank you. I'm not a wizard with code by any means, but I usually am pretty organized. All right, see if I can get this music back on. There we go. Cool. But yeah, seriously, we could talk about a bunch of stuff. I just kind of talk to myself as I work. I'll even, if I'm poking at some kind of specific architecture or pattern, I'll often mention something about it. But if you ever have a question, see something you like, or just anything, go for it. I'm happy to chat. It's kind of what the vibe is here. It's like paired programming, co-working stream. Sure. Okay, so I don't know if this actually makes sense. That rift was flat. Wait, what am I rotating it 90 on? Is that the X? Is the first value X? Should be X, right? Yeah. Does that make sense? Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, that's just to face it. So that all that's fine, except no, it's not fun. I should just do that here. Because the portal is a 3D thing. Break effect itself. Why is it so high? Enemy spawn location. Don't know what that means. Okay, cool. So here I am changing code that I wasn't supposed to be focusing on because that's what I do. But now I can delete this. I can delete more than I can delete this. Wait, what am I doing? Oh no, that's not true. I can delete this. Don't listen to what I said the 2 times before that last one. Sure. All right. now. What to go in here? Direction to point in. Alright, so then we have target, which I suppose the target is just this. That'll be close enough. Nitritic, yeah, his code is pretty dang organized. Aw. I appreciate that. I'm okay. I look away sometimes because it gets spooky. I'm very much in prototype mode. I'm doing some stuff I normally wouldn't do. But if you haven't read the book Clean Architecture, even if you're just getting into programming, I highly recommend it. It's called Clean Architecture? I'll find it. Yeah, Clean Architecture, a craftsman guide to software structure and design. Give it a look. Go GPT the summary. That's a good use of AI, is book summaries, especially nonfiction. Don't quote it, but learn from it. That makes sense? True though, I just started copying my code, so I don't have much space organization off of. Fair. Yeah. Clean Architecture. I'll post a link. Clean Architecture. Actually, what I'll do is I'll send the website to you. They have a book. The website really nails it down. There you go. Check this out. I'm gonna post that in my Discord as well. I want to get my Discord, get some like programming conversation going on there. Maybe that's general. General. There we go. All right. Where'd it go? Yeah, no problem. Nitritic. Yeah, it's drinking from the fire hose as always, but knowing that it's out there, that sort of stuff, I think is critical. So as you go along, you're like, I don't know where to put this method or what to name it or how these classes should interact. Now you know there's a source that can help you like have some deterministic path. Which is kind of the only thing I do, is seek deterministic paths. Or try to do. Face the new enemy. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. And then what is this? It's just gonna be new enemy. New enemy. Wow. Position. Right. And then you just face it towards it. I should remember this. I've definitely written this more than... Oh yeah, it's the look at. Okay, so new, okay. Quaternion, new rotation equals quaternion look at rotation. Why are you like this? Direction. What direction to enemy? Direction to enemy. Yeah, there we go. Hey, on your Discord, people with no roles can't see the welcome Discord chat. Ah! Thank you for saying something. You're awesome. I will try to remedy that now. Can't see the welcome description. Missions. Oops. Oops. Not approved. Permissions. What? Hell yeah. Thanks, Nitritic. Saved my life. Well, saved my welcome and rules. Yeah, totally. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how I messed that up. It should be work now. Let me know if you can see it. Should be work now. Yeah, view channel was just, it didn't have a permission assigned. But everything else had a no permission because it's just supposed to sit there, so I don't really know. That was weird. Permission synced with category general. Is my general category busted? Advanced permission. Still don't see it. Might be my end thing. Okay, so then on the welcome Discord section, you're not seeing like anybody else's hello stuff. Because I see that you joined, which also, welcome to the Discord. Thanks for joining. Alright, so hello there, you appeared. Welcome and rules should be visible. Permissions. General chat, view channel. Allow members to view this channel by default. Huh, weird. Yeah, I see that. It's the one chat above it. Just the welcome and rules. It says can't view message history. Okay. New threads will not be shown on the channel. Okay. I see. So I'm expiring messages after 3 days in that channel is what's happening. Or hiding them. So I need to fix that. Permissions. Show me the permissions. It was set to not view, and now I don't know where history is. Well, I'll solve it off stream. I really appreciate that. I'll put it on my task of streamer to-dos. Get the welcome and rules showing up for everybody. Well, thanks for that, Nitritic. Alright, did I do it? Did I do the thing? New rotation. Just set the rotation and then I'm happy. I don't believe you, but I'm gonna just trust it. No, not that. New enemy. Transform. Rotation equals new rotation. Cool. Alright. Let's see if that points things at stuff and stuff. Also, I made that random change, which... Don't ever do this. Or do it, I don't know. I'll always be like, I'm gonna go work on this one task, and then along the way I'll fix like 3 other things, then I'll be in the same commit. I don't do that at jobs, but personally I do it, and yeah, it makes reverting changes kind of annoying. just doesn't happen enough, so then I don't worry about it. They seem to point the right way, but they're kind of like tilted. Not why are they like that? Why are they tilted? They're pointing at it. Are they? You know what? I need to flatten whatever rotation it's saying it has on the X and the Z axis. I need to get rid of. It only needs to rotate on the Y. Yeah. I wonder. Oops. Up. Okay, so that works. I don't want it to rotate the Y at all. Oh, and I know what it is. Whenever I start it, it's capturing. Yeah. It's capturing the like starting rotation, so if it appears and it's already rotated that way, it's gonna hold it. That's why they were all shaped like ramps and headed towards the drones. So not random Z. Where'd random Z come from? No, 0, sir. And then 1. So leave the rotate, leave this. Leave whatever we created, but 0 these other guys out. Alright, this is it. Moment of truth. Epic music commence. See what happens. Why was he turned? What are they doing? Okay. It didn't work at all. Why are they looking down? Ugh. They're just back in the mess. Look at them. They're all facing down. Why do they show up this way? It doesn't look like that. Oh, no, it totally looks like that. I mean, I have them facing... Oh, gosh. So this is a different... This is an override. They're just forward. That assumes up. And I think I determined that up is how... what I want. Alright, Human. It's good to talk to you, dude. Take it easy. Hope you have a good evening. See you next time. What am I doing? Yeah. Okay, so... Nope. Nope. That's what I wanted to open. Up. It is up. Look rotation. Look rotation. Direction to enemy. But it's... I did this too. Why did it mess that up? Alright. Taking this out. Double checking that it's not doing weird stuff because of something else. Which I don't think it is. So Nitritic, you mentioned you're working in Unity. What kind of project you working on? Have anything you want to like share with us? No pressure, too. Just curious. I think it's gonna work fine, yeah. So when I use the method to just start it out pointed, it freaks out. I don't understand. Why did it go under it? Okay. Alright, I'll play it one more time. If it's not too janky, I'm gonna move on. I think they were immediately flipping around, which is lame. Yep. So we're just gonna get rid of that. Original plan. Flip them 90 degrees. I want this to work, though. Oof. Zero rotation. 90? Zero. Zero. Alright, I think that'll mess up. We'll find out. Oh yeah, sitting in this chair is super weird. Ah. Ah. Why are they horrible? Ah. Alright, they're all pointing down. Ugh. What is going on? One of these enemies. Alright, him. He's facing straight down. That's fine. This, I thought I said to night. Where'd he go? What? What? I don't believe you. Default bullet audio cue. Surely that isn't messing something up. Could be. I don't want it orphaned and floating in space like that. So I'll put it in the head. I'm fine with that. Ooh. Okay. At least, yeah, at least we'll keep it from muddying up the hierarchy. Pause it. Go back. Go to this guy. Alright, so they're all facing down again. Then if you move this, that's rotation. Wait. Okay, that thing's there now. But when I select this, why is the center over here? What is going on? Hmm. Middle. I don't understand. Why is it showing over there? So then you rotate it. Wait, what's this guy? All contained. It said it should be turned 90. It's actually 180. And that's all this is. But wait, rotating on the Y? And it flips it that way? Hmm. I don't know how that makes sense. See if it looks right. It's spun around, but they have bad angles. Which means they're all facing down. And I set to 180. Now he doesn't exist. Something's jacked up. Something's wrong with me. What? Stop it. Yeah, end of the day mistakes. They're the worst. I'm just doing stuff that doesn't make sense. I would not have done that otherwise. Here we are. My brain is huge because I'm tired. All right, that'll work. Probably. Although it's not supposed to be 90. Let's do 180, but I'll still find out if it works. It's not true. I'm gonna fix it. How? They're all facing down. I don't understand why it's off-centered. Like that should be all on the same plane. Like 0 puts it on the plane of that guy. These are not on the right plane. Because their center mass is jacked up somehow. Not center mass, but the center point of their transforms. And all these seem independent. Then you go to this one, and it's right there. Go here. Wait, now it's there? All right, just a heads up, everyone. About 5 minutes from the end of the stream. Oh. I hope everyone's had a good one. Would like to have gotten basic movement done today, but there's some wackiness that I don't understand. Something is screwy. See, even then, look, they're not even on the right plane. They're below it. But the rotations are pretty good. Why? Okay, yeah. Why is his center of mass over here? All right, Satan. See you on Wednesday. Take it easy, dude. I don't understand why it's doing that. Whenever I move the other one, each of these. This should be at 0. And then it shouldn't be back here. So then I go to all of them and make it 0. Now it's down there. Now when I click this, okay, this is still off. That's good, at least it's consistent. Zero. And then there's that. And this is sitting over here. Oh yeah, there's a mess going on here. Like they shouldn't be floppy like that. But we're close. I just don't know why. That sits at 0. They should all be at 0. Wait. Wait a second. Alright, so that's there. And setting the Y to 0 moves it up? I didn't add a random Y, did I? Random X, random Z. And then Y is at 0. And then enemies are set to not move on the Y. Correct? Yeah, freeze position, Y. Freeze position, Y. The position. What? Why is it? Because this is 90 degrees? Like if this was set to 0. Oh boy. Alright, I'm about to stream another channel, but this is telling me I need to think about my life. Because me having to flip this thing and the way it acts after that is a bummer. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll think about it next time. Thanks for coming out. I'm gonna go find someone to raid, and we'll do this thing. Cool. Oh yeah, thumbs. Thanks for coming out, Nitritic. Thanks for chatting with me. Thanks for the help with the Discord server. And I hope to see you next time. Alright. I'm gonna go check out Developer Ezra. Never watched his channel. Has good dialogue over there going. Has clean code. But he's working in Godot, so